in this one-bedroom shack in the suburbs of Melville. Edgy and pointless gimmick, the Couch Ninja, comes up with a show idea that might save his career. So you got an idea for a show that could save your career, huh?
Yes, I do.
Okay, tell me more.
It's called How Was Your Gig with the Couch Ninja? Well, you know how you don't have a car or that much money, really, to get to gigs. Plus, you're really lazy about this comedy thing.
Yes, I do. Thanks for reminding me.
Well, there's a studio within walking distance of where you stay. It's a studio called Space. Interesting thing about it, it used to be a sex dungeon, actually. I was thinking we could invite some of my comedian friends to this ex-sex dungeon, and there they would talk about their last gig, giving South African audiences a look as to what the South African comedy scene is like during these really interesting times.
Yes, of course a sex dungeon would appeal to you, master of dick jokes.
And the whole place could be done up like a Sgt. Pepper's album cover, with cutouts of famous people, and we'll laugh and we'll talk about whether they killed or died, and I could even share anecdotes from my comedy career.
Whoa. What comedy career? Dude, your comedy career ain't shit. That's why I think it's actually quite ironic that you want to have this in a studio called Space. Because your comedy career is like a dead skeleton floating through space. It's that sad and pathetic. It's whack as fuck. But I kind of like this idea, actually. It could maybe even be a showcase for the South African rock and roll scene, Since the Couch Ninjas are a rock band, maybe I'm thinking maybe at the end of the show they could be like a performance by a band or a musical performance of sorts.
When you say South African rock scene, what do you mean exactly? Do you mean the 5 white guys that hang out at Rumors?
You take that back. There's an Asian guy, 1 black guy, and even a white chick. Why are you going to make this about race anyway, huh? What are you, some sort of South African comedian?
Whatever.
Okay, so what else are you thinking?
We have one of those dummies, that people train with. And then randomly, guests could just hit it or whatever, with just like that, or with nunchucks even. I'm thinking the show is going to be an extravagant combination, showcasing art, comedy, music, and violence.
Okay, these are all great ideas, but who's going to direct and produce something of this scale? Huh?
Well, I'll ask Teboho and Vuyani. They directed the shit out of Run George. Where I played Fred the bartender.
No, you didn't. I played Fred the bartender. Okay, I think it could be a good expose for South African art, actually, as a whole, told through the comedians on the front lines trying to make South African audiences laugh.
Heroes, like me, right?
Yeah. I mean, if you replace comedian with narcissistic gimmick and laugh with smile politely under duress, then sure.
How are you going to pitch it to them? Well, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a movie as your comedy alter ego, the Couch Ninja, pitching the show to you. Totally stealing the format of pitch meeting on YouTube and breaking the fourth wall at the end.